Conspiring. All right, hit it. It's that time again, y'all. So let's get ready. You got your speakers on?
Yeah.
You better turn them on up then.
I'm hip.
You better turn them on up then. You better turn them on up then.
Yeah, I'm hip.
It's that time Washington, D.C., Maryland, and VA.
WWKD.
We gonna put you on display. You heard what I say.
What would Kato do?
Get ready to rock and roll. So much so as we bring to you the moment you have been waiting for. It's the Kato and the TMOTTGoGo Morning Show.
Rise and shine, it's Monday morning, y'all. Yes, indeed. And you tuned in to Kato and the TMOTTGoGo Morning Show. Yes, indeed. Look here this morning. We got a long conversation going on with Scooby, you dig? Yes, indeed. In light of all the situations that's going on surrounding Lissen DaGrew, we got Scooby coming here. He gonna answer some questions that we throwing directly at him, all right? So for the next 2 hours, y'all, get ready to learn the business, you dig? Because if nothing else, there's always something to learn in all of this, you dig? Yes, indeed. On the morning show, yes, indeed. Let it run. 2, 3. All right. We're going to get started. Want to welcome everybody to the Kato and the TMOTTGoGo Morning Show. Got the crew up in here this morning. This morning we got, of course, Big Press up in here. What's happening?
What's up?
And we got Nena the Bane.
Good morning.
Miss Maya the super duper
Hello.
producer. Waiting on Tiago. But we got a guest up in here. We asked him to come in this morning. This is a person who's well known on the go-go scene, without a doubt. As a matter of fact, you've listened to his music. You've listened to his vocals. You even listen on Go-Go Radio, and you listen every, was that Thursday 2 to 4, and you catch him on the Sauce Radio show right on this same jump. And that's my man want to introduce everybody, Scooby.
What's up, man?
What's your last name? Doobie?
Nah, Scooby-Doo, Anthony Marshall.
Okay. Okay, the Doobie ain't your last name.
Nah.
My name is Scooby.
I used to get mixed up with that, couldn't you?
What's happening, man? Glad to be here, though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you came through. Really appreciate that. That's a big deal to me and everybody in this room sitting here. We brought you here to talk about a lot of things we want to talk about, not just one main thing.
Uh-huh.
But we know there's an issue going on, so we asked you to come in and talk to the morning show listeners regarding that. And if you, we just want to ask some questions, basically just to get a whole understanding of what's going on. Okay. Period. So, if you want to set the floor,
yeah.
Basically, how you want to set the floor?
What's the status of Lissen DaGrew?
Yeah.
Right now, that is, I guess, up in the air. I haven't talked to anybody in the band formally, you know what I mean? So, or the group for that matter. And I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I've been waiting. I've been reaching out to a couple dudes, but nobody's answered my calls and this, that, and the third. So, you know, it is what it is right now.
Wow. Okay. Go ahead. What'd you say, Nick?
What did you do?
Yeah, let's back it up, I guess. Yeah.
And I'm Green, and I'm a part of the TMOTT magazine, but the bulletin board is something different.
Right.
So I haven't been refreshed.
Yeah.
I don't know the gossip. But to have people that you work with for so long not return your phone calls, what did you do?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it all came from a conversation Donnell Floyd and I had. I can tell you what day it was. It was a Monday. We were taping our show, and we had young D. Floyd on the radio show. So I left, and I had to go. Donnell said he had something he wanted to talk to me about. or what have you. He asked me was Tough and O available also. I told him probably not because Tough lives in Culpeper. So I said I see what he's we don't want to talk about or whatever. So we went out to Jasper's. We had a meeting, and he ran a idea past me about this super band that he was thinking about, either putting together or, trying to see what his options were because of whatever issues he's going through. So, and I don't want to, get into all his business, but that's the extent of why he wanted to meet with me. You know what I'm saying? So, when we started talking, he ran his idea down. He, what he thought was a good idea, and he expressed to me he didn't think that it was a good idea from our side to even do it. You know what I'm saying? Because of the situation he was, going through. So he was saying, I'm gonna shoot my shot, and if it works out, fine. If not, we go our separate ways or whatever. So he ran the idea past me. I told him, it's definitely a long shot of what he proposed to me, and but I said I would go back and ask the people that you inquired about. So I go back and I talk to the guys, Tough and O, of course, and it was mixed feelings, between the both of them. And I was kind of on the fence about it. Didn't really think it would work, but maybe it could have. You know what I'm saying? So I put it to, my friends, and found out one was with it for face value. One was with it and one wasn't. And you know what I'm saying? So I went and mentioned it to another band member. Only one band member. I said, this is the idea that Donnell kind of came up with. We're not sure if we're going to do it. But it's just kind of in the incubation stages or whatever. So, don't tell nobody because I don't want it to spread. So from that point, that was on a Monday. A couple of days went by. I think I had talked to Tough and O about it, such and such. I think it was Thursday or Friday, the band member that I talked to about it came to me. He called me and was like, it was Sunday because it was after the Jets game, the Jets Redskins game. And he called me and was like, my bad, man, but I had to tell the other band members, about your plans. I was like, my plans? I was like, what plans? He's about like, the other band. I was like, well, I said, that's cool because it wasn't, we had already dismissed it because me, Tough and O, didn't want to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So he goes on to say, well, yeah, man, because we family, man, I don't want to, such and such. But he did go on to say that, but if you ever broke up Lissen DaGrew, then you want to do that, I'm with you. And I was like, nah, but I said, don't even sweat that no more because it's over. You know what I'm saying? I already told Donnell no and everything. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I thought it was a dead issue. You know what I'm saying? And I hadn't talked to Tuffy or O any more about it after that. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I wanted to do was have Tough and O sit down with Donnell so they can hear his side of the story. But anyway, at that point we had already kind of said, nah, it wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? So that was the last I really heard of it. But over the next few weeks, I kind of sensed a little tension, you know what I'm saying, between some of the band members and myself. So, me, I call guys, I want to know what's happening, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. So anyway, we rehearsing for the Go-Go Wars. I'm going to get, dancers and kids and outfits and T-shirts for everybody and all that. And then Saturday night before the Go-Go Wars, I talked to Tough and O. I just want to know because they weren't answering my calls or whatever, and they tell me that that they weren't playing performing with me anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's new to me, but at the same time, I could sense something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But my thing was, at the end of the day, like, if you got a problem with me, if it's something that you going through with me, just come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I've all my lines of communication always been open or whatever. So, long story short, the rumor got out there about, I guess, the super band that Donnell was trying to put together. And somehow or another, it got to the point where I've heard a lot of things. I've heard we were practicing already. I've heard that we were coming out with the band on the Night of Elegance. I've heard a bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying, which none of us going to come to pass because, like I said, it was really only about 4 or 5 days, I might say 6 days of us even, contemplating it. You know what I'm saying? So like after that first initial meeting with Donnell, we never even talked about it again. But come the Go-Go Awards, the band shows up for sound check or whatever, and me not knowing that they have already talked to, the other two in the group, the band that is, I'm not knowing exactly what they know. You know what I'm saying? We've always done business like the group does the business, and we hire y'all to play. So, not knowing that they already know or talk to Tough and O, I pull them outside after sound check and say, Tough and O are having problems. I said, me, Tough and O having problems. They're not coming. I said, I don't feel comfortable doing it without them. I've been singing with them since I was 15. So I'm almost 30 now. So that's 15 years. I said, I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to start up there. I said I wouldn't feel comfortable about it. And I asked them, I said, what y'all think we should do? We got all these parents out here with their kids and dancers and everything. And plus the radio. I said, we can iron it out, whatever we got to iron out after the show. I said, but then I also said that, I don't know if I should do it by myself because that's adding insult to injury and pouring salt in the wound. So I was kind of on the fence with it. And, thinking I'm being genuine with some genuine guys, they pretty much, some of them said, maybe we shouldn't do it. And some of them said, well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even know that they had this big plan of not showing up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So later on in the evening, it's almost red carpet time. You know what I'm saying? I call pretty much all of them, I think, with the exception of a few. I called some of the main guys in the band. Nobody's answering my phone calls and kind of left me hanging, you know what I'm saying? So I'm up at the Go-Go Awards, no band, no group, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So I didn't even get dressed. I just went down there. I watched the rest of the Redskins game, went down there, went in, accepted our award, and then left, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it.
Whoa, so really it's almost like, it sounds like you did everything right. It wasn't like you.
No, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about in this situation. Like somebody approached you about forming a supergroup. It wasn't like you went out and explored the options. The option came to you as an exploration type of deal. They know me. I've never quit anything in my life. You know what I'm saying? And for me to stop what we are trying to accomplish, to start something else would be an embarrassment for me. You know what I'm saying? Because like we set out to do something, you know what I'm saying, as a group, and we got put out the first band for wanting to do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when we got put out that first situation, we put this band together. That was part of our goal to succeed as a group, us three. You know what I'm saying? So for me, and even when I discussed it with Tough and O, the idea about it, we was exploring pros and cons of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, well, the one thing about it is we can go from one night a week to 4 nights a week overnight. You know what I'm saying? With the super band or whatever. I said maybe make some good money and, continue to promote our project. So, you know what I'm saying? These are the pros I'm throwing out there. And I don't know if the pros I'm throwing out there giving them an idea that this is what we need to do or what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? But, we've always run things on a majority rules type of system. So if it's 2 out votes 1, you know what I'm saying, and we formally come up with that, then I'm cool with the decision we make. You know what I'm saying? So This whole thing about, the band has always been separate. Yes, they have. We came in the door when we hired them, when we put the band together, that, this is our group, and we like y'all as musicians, and we want to hire y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I think, especially in this town, with the grind of, the weekly grind, and, we all feel like a part of the grind. You know what I'm saying? And I commend them and appreciate them for that. But at the end of the day, Chuck has musicians. You know what I'm saying? Raheem has musicians. Whoever, New Edition has musicians. And, we felt like that we were up front with that in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So.
We'll do this for you, Tammy. Hey, excuse me if you see me screaming deep in my mind. I'm only dreaming. 'Cause if I wake up and you're not by my side, I feel like half of me is no Before you walk out the door, would you listen to my soul?
If only I give you one last dance with the devil, you can no longer dance. You got to be faithful so we could be fruitful. Build a family and follow God's destiny. And just before I walk out that block, I might listen to you. So
Before you walk out that door, listen. Hey. They said you won't, don't make it right.
Don't make it
So
right.
if I'm wrong, I ain't trying to fight.
I don't wanna
Trying to
fight. Now, Bobby, I don't need, baby, I'll just stay. Now, promise me that you do the same.
Girl, I'ma love you like I never loved.
Touch me like you never
So
touched
if you
me.
give me a chance, girl, I'm gon' fuck. I'll understand.
I forgive you. I ain't gonna forget that you fought me.
Baby. Well, I've grown from a thug to a man. Built my castle with bread, and no longer was sad. No girl.
So please, Bobby, before you walk on that block, I'ma listen to you. So
Before you walk out that door, listen. They said you wrong, don't make it right.
don't make it
So if
right.
I'm wrong, I ain't trying to fight.
I don't wanna
I'm trying to have some love
fight.
with some candlelight. Play it independent, then come on night.
Now, Bobby, I don't leave, baby, I'll just stay. Now, promise me that you do the same.
Girl, I'ma fuck you like I'm gonna fuck.
Touch me like you never
So
touched.
if you give me
I'm
the
so
chance,
used to the pain that
can't see the sunshine no more.
I'm so used to the pain that it feels like the pain is the cure.
And if only you give me the key to your soul and let me in, I'm gonna love you over and over again. Yeah. They said you wrong, don't make it right.
Don't make it
So if I'm
right,
wrong, I ain't
no.
trying to fight. I'm trying to have some dinner with some candlelight. Lay your big bed and make love all night.
Now, Bobby, I won't leave, baby, I'll just stay.
I promise me that you'll do the same. Girl, I'ma love you like I never loved.
Touch me like you never
So
touched
if you
me.
give me the chance,
Oh,
girl, I'm
baby,
gonna do it.
show me. Yeah. You got to show me, baby. Yeah. Show me, baby. Oh, say baby.
Hey, P.D., hold it.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave right here for just a minute, y'all. Special dedication out to all the Aquarius in here. Sweet Keisha, Sweet Kim, Alicia got the birthday. I said ladies in the front, fellas in the back. Oh, Sweet Kim like to shake it like that. Well, I ain't playing with you. Well, I ain't playing with you. No, I ain't playing, baby. Well, I ain't playing with you. I said the ladies in the front, fellas in the back. Oh, Sweet Keisha like to shake it like that. With no bullshit. No bullshit. I'm talking some good shit. I said, special dedication out to my main man Tony, y'all. With TK, Uptown Star, all the Southside honeys. They like the cats with their money. Sweet Shell and Tina, Tiffany, Carmen and Jennifer. Yeah, hold it.
Just give me the light and pass the draw. Which one is gonna catch my flow? Just give me the light and pass the draw. And I got a bucket of more. Just give me the light and pass the draw. Which one is gonna catch my flow? Just give me the light. Just give me the light.
Hey, Keisha, I say happy birthday. Happy. I say happy birthday. Happy. Hey, Keisha, I say happy birthday. Happy. I said happy birthday to you. Happy. Hey, Kim, I say happy birthday. Happy. I said happy happy. Hey, come on, say happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy. I said happy, happy, happy.
From the weird to the insane.
It's the Kato and the TMOTT Crew Morning Show.
Do you feel because a lot of times on the board, I don't know if you're aware, but a lot of times people refer to the group as Scooby and them, or it's always Scooby and them, or you're like almost like the face of the group per se.
Right.
Do you feel that what's your feeling on? It seems like at any time you could have went and did your own thing, but you took the high road and try to include them in this process, and it ends up in a way kind of like coming back to bite you in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's exactly what happened, Preston. You know what I mean? Like I said, we've been singing together since we was 15. You know what I'm saying? So, you wouldn't imagine. I've turned down 3 major record deals as a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? I've rode the elevator with Sylvia Rome. You know what I'm saying? I used to work for Electric Records. I had my first publishing deal when I was 18. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I wrote for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Tony Turry, Allison Williams. I wrote for a lot of people and had a chance to go solo with Jive, Electra, and it's the 3 Keys situation. You know what I'm saying? So all of them I turned down because of I wanted to succeed as a group. You know what I'm saying? I've never really been a solo artist for me personally. I don't feel comfortable on stage by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I've never really wanted to even do that. But I've turned, and that's not to say I've did nobody a favor, like I did Tough and O a favor, you know what I'm saying, by feeling like including them. I just always wanted to succeed with my friends, you know what I'm saying? And it's more fun when you're out there and you're doing it with guys you love and all that type of thing. So
let me ask you something. Just looking back, period. Just looking back, I'm talking about going back to OP Tribe days, you know what I'm saying, going back to the moments and work you done with like UCB, especially the Lissen thing. Especially the Lissen thing. Does this seem like it was moving fast?
What you mean moving fast? What was moving fast?
As far as gaining notoriety, gaining acceptance, gaining, let's say for example, 1 second with Lissen, 1 second you probably at the Tacoma with the regular crowd, then it's to the point where Tacoma is too small for you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And because this stuff seemed to happen so fast in the world that before you know it, you was there.
Yeah, I think I think that's with anybody. You don't really see it happening. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like 1 minute every step of the way you grinding and you learning new songs, and you don't really see it going from 10 people in Tacoma to 300. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was almost overnight. You know what I'm saying? But I don't ever feel like that we didn't deserve it, or really me. I don't feel like I didn't deserve it because the work we put in, of OP Tribe and all them days. So.
Right. So no, I'm not saying it's to the point of you didn't deserve it. I mean, I'm a believer that if something happened, it's supposed to happen. It's destined to happen. There's steps towards whatever. And I'm just listening to your stuff. It's kind of funny. I listened when you was telling Preston just now of sometimes, and I'm just wondering, do you see this or will you may not even accept it because how humble you are. But the whole thing is sometimes people see stuff that you don't see. And sometimes situations may happen that if you believe in God, God say, look, you ain't listening to me. This is going to have to happen for you to. It to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In other words, whatever the processes are in your career to the end of your life on this earth, whatever the processes are, could this is how I looked at it, could all this be part of the steps of what's supposed to happen? It's just rough dealing with it because it ain't like you're here in the day. You got to feel the whole process of getting to that. So I'm looking at this, is this a stage towards what's supposed to happen? Or do you believe that?
I mean, I'm not a deeply religious person, you know what I'm saying? But the support system I do have, my family and I want to send a special shout out to everybody that's called me throughout the go-go industry, man, for their support and everything. But people have said that, people have called me all week with that exact same thing, you know what I'm saying? It's saying that, you've been with them for so long, you know what I'm saying? And I got all kind of calls, man, you know, saying that this is what needed to happen anyway. You should have been, you know, but I never looked at it like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like we were talented enough, or are talented enough to make it as a group, you know what I'm saying? I think we had something kind of unique within this city, at least, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, with the 3-man group, with the Go-Go Twist and all that. So I felt like we can make it, you know, if the music won't stop, I can't, you know, I sleep music, so it's not going to stop, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether I'm writing for people or even creating for myself. So if it end up being a stepping stone to something greater, then, you know, I welcome it and appreciate it. But
because I just say, you said earlier yourself, and I said, golly, when you said, I said, this is okay. Here we go. You don't like performing by being up there by yourself. You haven't done it yet.
Nah.
Somebody got to push you out there to do it yourself.
So is it something that you can accept, won't accept, or are you at a point now that you can accept it?
Or you have to,
you know.
Yeah, I think, you know, I struggled with it the first couple of days, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a realist, and, you know, realize that this is a minimum. I say this is not as big as life is, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm just Scooby, you know what I'm saying? I'm still my mother's son. I still got a son to raise, you know what I'm saying? I'm still my father's boy. So, like, life goes on, you know what I'm saying? And none of this will mean nothing 5 years from now to nobody, you know what I'm saying? So I look at it as it's not that big a deal, you know what I'm saying? As far as losing friends, you know, I told them both, you know, Saturday before the Go-Go Wars, I'd rather not do another note, you know, if we can just work it out and be friends again, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to play another note together. We ain't got to start a band, but don't let...
But you're supposed to say that because that's you. Yeah. See, what I'm trying to say is if a process happening, ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're you because you're you. That may sound crazy.
Yeah, it
do. Kato trying to
what I'm trying to say is...
Kato's having a deep moment.
What I'm trying to say is that part of you is what makes you special.
Okay.
So you have to look at it that way and see it that way for it to be genuine. If you understand what I'm saying. So therefore, that's going to happen. Music. How long you been doing music? I'm just asking.
7, 8 years old, probably.
Can you, if you would have to not, I don't mean just stop performing, but if you would have to say, put your guitar down, you can't mess with music no more, could you function?
I don't think so.
This is what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying?
I can't even. Yeah, I
and
can't see
so, when you said in 5 years from now, this won't even be important. With real friends, 15 that's been friends 15 years, real friends are there for whatever because even real friends see it. You in the middle of it, so you fighting and it's emotional and this is fucked up and all kinds of shit. But at the end of the day, Jazzy Jeff was right there with Fresh Prince.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And they still buddies to this day. You know what I'm saying?
How you know?
Because he played jazz on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay, but
and I watch it every night on Nickelodeon.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was how many years ago? How you know they're still friends today in 2000?
They are friends.
How you know?
Because Will Smith is that type of guy.
How you know?
Because you can see it. Genuine can see genuine.
Yeah. Real recognize real. That's what they say.
That's what they say. That's the bullshit cliche for 2007.
But that's just I was just wanted to throw my opinion on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That whatever happened, like you say, whatever happens is going to happen. Bottom line is going to happen. And it doesn't change anything. It's just, you went through this. You keep going through this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't you say, God damn, I keep going through this. It got to be a reason I'm keep going through this.
Well, that's the funny thing about it. From the outside looking in, the Go-Go Awards, Scooby could have easily done that by himself. I said that he could have got his guitar and got up there, but that's just me, my insight to it. I'm not on the inside, but I can see that very well.
Yeah, and I mean, I had all that kind of advice from people around, or you know what I'm saying, not even people around me, but people that kind of knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying, said that you should go ahead up there and do it because, you know, just to save face. But like I said, I care a lot about what my friends. You know, it may be a fault.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. No,
it may be a fault of mine, and somebody told me my loyalty is my fault, but I don't see how that could be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't have a fault with loyalty.
I mean, you can.
Right.
You
That's
can.
the whole point.
I see it now, though. I see that you can, And the only reason I say that because, you know, I linked music with my friendship so long that I don't see another way. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. If you breathe it, then nothing else matters, in my opinion.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I say it to say this. If Jay-Z was to come right now and say, offer me a deal from Def Jam before all this happened, I would struggle with the decision. Where anybody else would, it would be an easy decision.
Which is why I say, this is why I say, but see, which is why I say that if something destined, and sometimes you got to push that kid out in the water because he don't fucking get it. So I'm gonna make this happen.
Yeah, I see where Kato's going with it.
So God, I mean, sometimes God would say, you know, and I do believe. Sometimes I believe, or you may have whatever you believe, whatever that force is, will say, this motherfucker still don't get it.
Right.
Let me snatch this from under him because there's something I want you to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I ain't mean to get up and preach.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, you know, I'm saying that could be the case because other than that, this all seemed weird as hell, don't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the only explanation I can see for it.
Right.
It's weird. Even for, and I stepped out for a second. I missed a little bit of it. So I'm understanding that the Tuffy and O step from you.
Yeah. I mean, that's you know.
Now, who'd ever thought that would happen? You see what I'm saying?
You know that reminds me of? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snatch you out the mic. But you know what that reminds me of? Or analogy it brings to my mind?
What?
Is when Lauryn Hill was with the Fugees.
Right.
Everybody was like, Lauryn, you need to roll. Lauryn, you need to roll. And she stuck with the Fugees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
You know, like people always, they kind of like make the same analogies. Lauryn Hill was carrying the Fugees. You know, and the same thing. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wish, you know, whatever happens, I still wish the best for them. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that it's hard. It's hard being them, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm only going to say that because they always hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was another thing I was thinking about. I'm sure I hear it, but I'm like, I know y'all hear it.
Yeah.
Because we definitely hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard for them. And I'll probably be guilty of not even recognizing or seeing it or always, you know, making it a point to.
He's again blaming himself.
No, I ain't blaming. I'm not blaming myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm not blaming myself, but it's.
You're apologizing for it.
I guess so. I don't want to say I'm
But that's the
apologizing.
thing. What can you do if you magically get on the stage and the spotlight is on you for whatever reason? What can you do?
Well, I mean, I guess there's nothing I can do.
You can defer.
Yeah.
See, that's the whole thing I'm trying to say. You can defer as much as you want.
Yeah.
If that's you, I'm serious. If that's you, if your passion is in it, and that's something. Now, you know, some of us, like I said, been seeing you for years, that we've seen it. We've seen it. I mean, when that little short stint was UCB, that's all Mark used to talk about with Scooby. You know what I'm saying? This is before Lissen days.
Scooby
you know,
was with UCB?
Yes.
Yeah, Scooby's on We Got Next, which is on BackbeatRecords.com, available in stores.
I mean, you know, with the OP Tribe stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You kind of see that. It's just like younger bands we see now, and I'll point out, watch this person. I'm telling you, watch this person. So, I don't know. I know it's rough for you. It's going to be rough.
Yeah.
But it's all going to play out in the end because the main thing is there's a reason you got a lot of support behind you. And believe it or not, even your friends, believe it or not, quality they going through support you. But there's a reason when people got that much support behind them, it's for two reasons. One, people scared of them, or two, people fuck with them like that. When people fuck with you like that, there's a reason. You know.
You say fuck on go right
Yeah, we can. Good. Low gave me the word. We can cuss a little bit. Man, shoot. After listening to Jamie Foxx, Jones.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah. After hearing that, we ain't nothing compared to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I do have a question though, since we're all analytical and depressed and shit. Y'all see I'm getting all ADD over here in my purse.
You forgot the question?
No, I didn't. I'm trying to phrase it correctly so that I don't disrespect anybody.
No, don't hold nothing back. This is the morning show.
Please don't.
Do it.
Don't entertain me.
Dina, word. I call it Dina.
I'm maturing though. I'm maturing. Hey. Do you get afraid?
Yeah, you
I mean,
are.
we all know people in this industry who have been in this game for 30 years
Yeah.
and make $7 an hour. They go to a go-go and nobody even knows who they are. Aren't you afraid of that? Why are you so scared? Why are you holding back? You talking about me holding back? Why are you holding back? What is wrong?
I mean, well, let me say this. I'm part owner of a real estate company, so the money ain't a
Oh, so
issue,
he just
you know
shut
what
me
I'm
up. Okay, not necessarily money. Not necessarily money, but the big dreams that everybody in go-go are supposedly going towards, but yet they're still playing in the ice box 20 years later.
Yeah, I mean, you always, I think as a musician, the fire really never goes out for a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I mean, my thing is, if you want to perform at 40 years old and people still coming to see you, and you at 50 years old, at 60 years old, like Pop, I mean, what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying?
My question was wrong then.
Yeah, I know what she's trying to
answered it
ask.
wrong.
I know
you
it's
answered it wrong.
Okay, I'm answering it wrong.
Yeah.
Rephrase
the
it.
question.
You can do it. You can do it.
Y'all get out my
You said you was
face.
maturing.
You say, hold on, you saying that? Am I scared of
Of
being that person
waking
nobody
up,
knows?
loving music, not necessarily nobody knows, but just not reaching your level of success.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, as far as locally, I think farley, that's not a word. I've really, lived past the expectations of what I always, you know what I'm saying, thought what I can do, you know what I'm saying, in a city. So, you know what I mean, like that little 3-4 year run we had with Lissen, you know what I'm saying, that was some of the best times of my life, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
You know, I've lived out those expectations and surpassed those expectations. So I'm not, looking to pretty much. I really wasn't looking to get back to that point, even with the second stint of Lissen DaGrew. You know what I'm saying? It was more. I think we were trying to concentrate more on the originals, and really kind of got, like all bands do, probably torn in between trying to satisfy the consumer that comes see you, and really putting your stuff out there. So, you know what I'm saying? That I learned that we probably learned that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? If I had to do it all over again, I probably would stop taking gigs weekly. That's why I commend Mumble Sauce so much, you know what I'm saying, for sticking with their guns and trying to do it the way they want to do it, you know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think
I guess it's really rough in this city to do that because you don't want them at the same time forgetting you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to stay in the limelight, and
so when you ready to do it,
they
ain't like, well, where he been? Yeah, it's kind of tough.
Well, I think that kind of.
I'm just saying, being in this area, I think makes it tough. Yeah,
and it also makes it tough too when you trying to make money off of it. You know what I mean? You got dudes in the band that's working full-time jobs, and the creativity time is not there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you fighting against time, and you fighting against the amount of material you can learn. You know what I'm saying? So that becomes an issue. You got 2 hours. We practice probably like 3 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? So 2 hours on Saturday and another hour on another day. And, in that 3 hours, we trying to create music, learn new music.
That's not a lot of
That's
time.
nothing.
Nah,
I'm glad you practice at home by yourself. You gotta. I guess you gotta have a band to do their homework. Come in already knowing it.
Exactly. I ain't gonna say nothing about that.
Dog.
Yeah. But it's I just want to say, man, that for me, I don't know what I'm doing right now as far as any other band or anything like that. I'm not even sure if I even take a job nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm just chilling. Or get my writing up, you know what I'm saying, get my music. I am trying to work on a solo project, so you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try to work on that and get that done, make it happen. So
And I mean, can we get a little hint for the solo? You dedicating it, or you got a song named TMOTTGoGo or something? No?
Yeah, we can work on that. I can work on that. I might redo Take Me Out to the Go-Go anyway.
Yeah.
I might redo that joint.
Because we use your stuff. I mean, I like your music. We use it on this show. The Go-Go is my business.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
And the breaks in that
Never
joint.
heard it.
You never heard it?
That's Nena the Bean. She in Bean mode. She was in Nena mode early.
Yeah, that Take Me Out to the Go-Go might be a good idea. I'm going to get pressed, you know what I'm saying, get some clearance for it.
Yeah.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
now we got a
Tight.
TMOTT honors
I would love to
coming
hear
at
that.
another one.
Yeah.
A TMOTT Honors, that was one of the most fun shows I've been to, too. I wanted to say that to you. I ain't get to say that to you.
Yeah, appreciate that. That was a
Yeah.
dynamite. And
That
y'all
was-
did dynamite.
See, me being a go-go dude, like, that's another thing. Go-go dudes should be around go-go dudes, man. Like, it's to get frustrating sometimes, even with my own,
Mm-hmm.
you know, pre-band, I guess I should call it, that a lot of them wasn't go-go dudes, you know what I'm saying? So I remember like seeing, my first band I ever seen was Air Raid, you know what I'm saying? I was 9 years old.
Damn, I'm older, so
You know what I'm
old.
saying? I was 9 though. I was 9. You know what I'm saying? My family reunion. You know, and from there I went home and put together a band. You know, we was on Buckets at first, and then my father bought us all. You know, but anyway, that's the history.
So you got hooked seeing. That's funny. You got hooked seeing them.
Yeah,
Just
I said, and actually they had horns, and I was blown away. You know what I'm saying? Like that was probably one of the reasons I started playing trumpet. You know what I'm saying? I went to middle. I started playing trumpet in middle school, so it was like right after that. So
you self-taught. You taught yourself guitar, right?
Yeah.
Because you.
A lot of people think I'm better than what I am too. Let me put that out there.
No, you're not. You're nice on it. But I always thought it was funny. I think one time I was paying attention to him play, and the fact that he used the little credit card jump as a pick, but it wasn't the fact that he used the credit card as a pick. It was the direction he held the card.
Yeah.
That I probably would have used it in the. You know, it's just never mind.
That's one of the I guess the fallacies of really, you know what I'm saying, teaching yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Things come up and you just go with it. And then I never really felt comfortable using a pick. So
right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I thought the first time I saw you, I thought he lost his picks, he done dropped them, you know. But then every time I would see him, he using that jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I use hotel keys, ATM cards, driver's license. Whatever that's in my whatever's in my wallet, I didn't use.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
see, I would be scared to use it because my picks used to fly off. You know, pick a fly off the stage. Somebody got my gas card. You know.
Yeah, picks so small, man. I can't hold them in my fingers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was self-taught, man. Self-taught.
Okay. So how many instruments you play?
I say think about 5.
What
I say that I can pretty much play on a stage, like really get the job done or get paid for doing it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can play. I can get paid doing congos, keyboard, guitar, trumpet. You know, of course, singing. So I guess that's about 4 or 5.
Okay, and you write, of course.
Yeah, I write. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. You said that in the beginning.
Yeah, the music. You know, I've been doing it for a while. My father actually was in a group, a singing group.
What was the name of the group?
Oh, really?
I don't even know the name of them.
Local or?
No, they had a national recording hit though.
Really?
He was on a recording of Just One Look, and so hard,
Yeah, I heard that joint there.
love in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on that recording.
Wow. Okay.
And my uncle is Pookie Hudson.
Oh yeah, I heard of it.
He's in the 50s though. I don't know if y'all know him.
What's the name?
Pookie Hudson.
Yeah, Pookie Hudson. Yeah.
Do.
Yeah.
Good night, sweetheart. Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah, that's my uncle. He died last year, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so music kind of, you know, in my family or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I kind of get it from. My sister sings also.
It's just a product of all the bands and groups through the years. We done came up on. Hey, blood. What's your name is? From Chuck to R.E. back, Chuck, Love, Beats, and Sugar Bear. All rolled up in one. Oh, yeah. Let me tell y'all a little something now. One monkey tried to stop us. I bet he thought that he could. Man, you come down to 95. Nah, man. Look, one monkey tried to stop us. Oh, no. I bet he thought that he could. I told Robert, you big black dummy. Look here, sucker. Go is my business. Hey, business is good. Listen here. I say I say oh. I say oh. I say go is my business. Hey, the business is good. I say now don't nobody want y'all to know. Hey, we're coming at you like I think that we should. Yeah. Listen here, hold on, take it, baby. Anytime ever we had that little damn drinks to me. Remember that little breezy we had over there the other day? Dropped the back off of middle school the next morning. I think she had at least 15. I say, I say, oh, I say, baby, Google is my business. Oh yeah, and the business is good. She's one. I said, now don't nobody want y'all to know. DC, we coming at you like I think that we should. Yeah. Shucks now. I want to send a special shout out to all the legends that came before us, y'all. Shout out to my man Funk, Benny, Bear, Big Tony, T-Bone, all the bands, man, Air Raid, everybody that came before us. A special shout out to the Godfather. Without him, there'd be no us. Mr. Chuck Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, we back. I'll stop it. I was just marking. I'll stop it.
What's up with that shit?
The letter.
What's up with that shit? 30.
It's interesting. This is the infamous letter. This is the letter. Matter of fact, we're gonna call this the letter of 2007. Where were you
when the letter was posted?
Yeah. Okay. This is a letter. In all honesty, I got the letter in email, and in the email, I got the letter and I read it. Now, during this time, of course, I didn't go to the Go-Go Awards for my own reasons. We're not gonna get into that.
Right.
He was not.
But yeah, it was not.
Piece of
you
shit.
know,
Yeah.
I was supporting you guys that was nominated, but not. TMOTTGoGo wasn't there taking pictures.
That was a franchise of PT.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically, I got the email. Well, put it this way, I didn't go. So I did watch the little red carpet thing they did on the red carpet on the internet and all that. So I'm at home. While watching the game on one TV, I'm watching the... No, I can talk some more. No, I get more than 30 seconds.
Oh.
You can't interrupt a king.
But Kato,
What? See, you gotta listen. See,
I'm biting my tongue.
Don't bite your tongue.
But you're not supposed to tell people you actually watched anything related to those awards that we didn't endorse.
No, I was supporting the nominees. So therefore I'm gonna watch and I wanna know what's going on with the nominees. So that's why I watched the joint. I ain't have to be there in presence.
Oh, you watch it online?
Yeah, I watched it online.
Okay.
The red carpet stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because I support the Go-Go performers. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Kato.
That was the whole point of doing the toast to the nominees
Shut
thing.
up. Is that what that means?
No, that's
No,
not
no,
what
no. I
y'all
was explaining
ganging up
it.
against
No gangbanging.
No gangbang.
Okay. But anyway, as I was saying, so I know the show was going. I had no idea what you was going through, but I got the letter in email, and I read it, and I said, "Oh shit!" So I said, "Preston." I called Preston. I said, "Press," and I read it to him, right? And I said, "They asking me to post it." So I read the whole thing to him. I said, "Man, what you think?" So I said, "I ain't fucking with it."
Don't post that shit.
I said, no, we say, let's wait in the morning. Let's wait and find out what go on, what happens. 30 minutes later, it was posted anyway. So I wrote Preston back and said, somebody already posted it. He said, good.
Better them than you, huh?
Yeah, man, should have do with me.
Yeah. But anyway, it was just, just saying that to say that it was very interesting. It was a doozy because one thing about it, it told me that, and this letter was, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to be real honest, and I'm going to tell you the truth, that I also asked them to come and talk as well.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they decided not to, not the same night as you. I ain't trying to get y'all in the same room.
Yeah.
But the whole point is that an earlier one was sent to me.
Mm-hmm.
And before I open the earlier one, when I was just checking emails, they all come in one time, just a whole bunch. It's about maybe 15, 20 minutes later, this one said, no, this is the corrected one. Don't send the other one, send this one. So I guess basically because there was some, but what it tells me is that, and I'm sure you already know, even though you say they were the sound check and all that, if it was time that was a well thought out, well planned letter, and it had to be going out. It was like, let me shoot this. This got to be immediately put out there as an apology, which is probably what they plan on doing. Whatever. Right. You see what I'm saying? But it just goes to show how important that joint was. You know what I'm saying? Actually, the joint was up before the wars was over, wasn't it?
It had to be.
Right around that time, I'm saying.
Yeah.
The wars ended at what time?
I'm not sure, but when I got home, it was up there.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm going to tell you, it was up there.
Matter of fact, somebody called me from, it was up there before the war.
Yeah, because I don't even know if it was 10 yet, was it?
No, it was like 9:30.
Yeah. So, I mean, boom, let's get this up there, whatever. But, in his own, and Nena's going to go through some stuff that she highlighted. Because there's some different stuff. There's some accusations in there. We're going to ask you about it, whatever else. And some stuff that have a lot of people saying. And then you got a lot of people. When people don't know what's going on, they don't know what side to believe. They're going to believe the side they want to believe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to let the bean take it from here.
I have to color like the whole letter. Like I was going through highlighting points. And the whole letter is just, it's a lot.
Let's dissect it. Go through the top. Let's run through it.
Okay.
Let's go through the top.
You can tell her to stop. I get it.
Should I
read it and you can say stop there, whatever?
Yeah, I entered. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
First, we as the musicians of Lissen DaGrew would like to apologize to WKYS, Kato, and the TMOTT family and the Go-Go community for not showing up and performing at the Go-Go Awards. We really wanted to be a part of the event because it means a lot to this city, our culture, and most importantly, our music. But there is a story that needs to be told. The musicians that back Lissen DaGrew consist of many men. Mm-hmm. This is the backline of the group that brings the energy and the vibe. According to the rumors surrounding the breakup of Lissen, the original group, Scooby, Tuffy, and O led us to believe that they quit the band because of some estranged reason.
Okay, right there, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and clear that up. There was never, ever, ever a time when we said we quit. I think, matter of fact, when we first did our TMOTT interview, when it first happened, with Bobby, we kind of explained, we did explain that we were fired. You know what I'm saying? They cut us, and it was done so through an answering machine, and that's been documented, even at the battle. So that's one thing that's pretty much a total lie. But go ahead.
Okay. So the letter goes on to say, Scooby later admitted that they were really fired. For more on that story, contact Lissen the band, but of course Scooby just clarified that. So going forward, we all agreed to help Scooby, Tuffy, and O when they were pretty much out of luck and at their end. When we started playing for the group, people often warned us that they were cruddy, snakes, and liars. We were advised to move on as soon as we could, but we as a band felt that we couldn't prejudge people based on rumors. We decided to stick it out. Scooby, Tuffy, and O were very humble during this time and would often thank us. We went along with their vision of making it big in the city, but ultimately becoming national artists. We were promised financial increases once things started booming. Things started out okay, and as time went on, we even helped the group win their battle against the Lissen band, in which we had nothing to do with. This was the turning point. After a while, we noticed that Scooby was trying to screw us over with money. He would come up with all kinds of excuses and lies on why he could not pay us this or that. Kevin or Rashid will often back him up to smooth things over. Tuffy and O will always remain quit, which I assume is quiet.
Quiet.
O sometimes went along with the excuses, but Tuffy never did.
All right, can I interject real quick?
Yes, sir.
They said that I often came up with reasons, or what was it, that I couldn't pay them.
Right.
Just let me say this, that 98% of the time that they play with us, they've always gotten paid. And I think maybe one time they didn't get paid was a show at the MCI Center. We played for like 3 minutes. Actually, we had 3 minutes exactly. It's on a show with Erykah Badu, Stylistics, Temptations. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
Temptations, New Edition.
Okay.
We had a big show, whatever. 3 minutes anyway. After the show, they still had their hand out, whatever. But I told them that we couldn't get paid for this show because
Right.
you know what I'm saying, it was a promo show. So that was one time, and I'm just gonna give them another time, but I really can't think of another time that they didn't get paid. You know what I'm saying? So, but
So when you have hired musicians, do they always get paid regardless of how the show goes, what the band gets? Are they always
regardless
paid?
of everything, they don't want to hear nothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of like it's crazy to me with the letter. You know, they say they understood that they were a band in the beginning,
Right.
but at the end they kind of felt like they were the vibe. You know, I think it says in the letter they are the vibe behind the group and all this, that, and the third. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, you know, we paid them. Like I said, 98% of the shows they ever did for us. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Okay, but when it says we were promised financial increases once things started booming, that type of stuff. When you have a hired band, do you have those type of conversations?
yeah, I mean, like I know me as a person and as a band leader, I always wanted to make sure the band was straight, and I think all of them can attest to that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's been nights, plenty of nights that I've went home without any money actually coming out my pocket, and I can go into detail about, you know, how many times a week I've done that, or how many shows. Every show out of town, I've never gotten paid, and we like to go out of town. We go out of town a lot. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina, Philly, New York. We go out of town a lot. You know what I'm saying? So anytime we've ever gone out of town, it's cost me money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? $500, $600, $700, sometimes $1,000 out of my own pocket. You know what I'm saying? So that's just to clear that up. We've never, like, anybody that's ever ran a band, managed a band, they know what the grind is. You know what I'm saying? Especially out of town. But around here, you know, I mean, you got when you're working with promoters, and you got dudes coming and you say, man, look, the door only did $900. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can I give you $850? You know what I'm saying? So they may give me $850, then I got to pay the sound guy who has nothing to do with us. That's $150. That's $700 left. You know what I'm saying? And we got 10 band members aside
Right.
from us 3. You know what I'm saying? So we'll take the stand and say, me, Tough, and O won't get nothing. You know, y'all split the $700, which is $70 a piece.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
So looking at it from this point of view, they have it better than if they were actually a part of the group because they're guaranteed money.
I tell them all the time, like they joke about it, but they be serious, and a lot of truth comes out when you joking. You know what I'm saying? They joke about, well, you know, when I pay them, but this ain't the price y'all getting. They always think that we getting more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I tell them all the time, during our time together, y'all have made more money than all 3 of us probably put together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all getting paid every show. You know what I'm saying? All those Mondays that we had at Mirrors, when it was industry Mondays,
Right.
and everybody would come down. Me and Tough and O never got paid, none of them Mondays.
Right.
And we ran, I'm thinking, maybe 12, 13 straight Mondays. You know what I'm saying? Because it never really got to the point where it was making any money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We never got paid for Monday. But we liked it because it was a good idea for the industry, and we was kind of branding that type of show. You know what I'm saying? So we never got paid for that show. You know what I mean? But the band did every time.
But going through, I know we're supposed to go forward with the letter, but I'm just looking at the list of musicians that I did not, I didn't list the names and the instruments that they play. But this is an extensive list of about 10 guys who here it lists other bands that they played with. Some of these guys have been in the business for a while. So what do you think is the problem? Why don't they understand that?
Well, let's just say first though, it's not all of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
personally talked since this happened to 3 of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 3 of them, 2 of them claim having nothing to do with it, and one of them kind of talked to me as if, well, this is why they probably felt like this. It's almost like he was in the middle, you know what I mean, type of thing. And and we talked for about an hour on the phone, and it's like I said, you know, very cordial, you know, and that's all I really asked from none of them. I haven't disrespected none of them, haven't called them out of their name.
You better than me, brother.
Anything, you know what I'm saying? All I say is call this talk. We can just, whatever issues you have, or whatever rumors you might have heard, or whatever misunderstandings you might have had, you know what I'm saying? We can just put it out there. We can talk about it. If you think I'm lying to you then that's fine. That's on you. But at least give me a chance to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But they don't, I mean, I guess they don't even have that type of...
That's not sitting right with me, because this Scooby that you're displaying, the let's talk about it, the nice, friendly, I have your back. I've seen you have people's back. That Scooby is not the Scooby that they're talking about in this letter.
Exactly.
The Scooby in this letter is a hot mess. Why? Where is this coming from? Why does this person feel this way?
I think there's a lot of different issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a strong person to be in a band, and like I said, always be second fiddle. You know what I'm saying? Like, musicians have a lot of pride, and sometimes I think we got pride, the most pride out of any profession, because, you know what I'm saying, Kato, it's like, when you up there, you know what I'm saying, you want to feel like you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of pride and it's a lot of ego involved. And I mean, I've seen it in a lot of groups when you're dealing with the girl factor, you know what I'm saying, the quote unquote groupie factor. All those things come into play when you're making personal decisions about an individual. You know what I'm saying, about an individual's character. But like I said, you know, I've made points all along that, you know, where's all the good stuff about Scooby that's been happening or been going on all this time,
right? Versus
this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to put this out here, but I know at least 3 of them guys in that letter, you know, and not the 3 that I've talked to. Okay. You know, the 3 of the guys I've helped on personal issues. You know, twice with one of them with their rent. I'm not gonna name any names. Right. One with you know, paying 3 something for. And that's my personal pocket now. It's not band money. Right. Personal money. I've given $350 for somebody's storage. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff won't be out on the street. And then, you know, another guy, twice with abortions. You know, that he hasn't paid me back for yet. You know what I'm saying? So.
Damn.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
BackBreakRecords.com. I
like, and I would never, y'all crazy. I would never sling mud. I would never sling mud, and, you know, that type of letter right there is, you know, is definitely enough for me to say, well, you did this and you did that, and you know what I'm saying. But you know,
see, that's the thing. I mean, you've helped me with some things. The coalition, TMOTT. I'm being serious. TMOTT. I mean, I don't get it, but okay.
Well, I think values and character don't change. You know what I mean? So the easy way for me to get through this is that knowing that, you know, 99% of that stuff isn't true. You know what I'm saying? Once you go through it, the only thing I could say that they were promised was the $1,000 for a piece for the album.
Get that yet?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right before you get that, I want to ask, just piggybacking off of, since y'all was on that, is as we had said earlier, this is not the, you know, the first situation kind of thing like this we went through. Right. But every time you were labeled as the bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, that comes with being a leader. You know what I'm saying? I'm a natural leader, so that comes with being. And when you're a leader, you're not necessarily always acting on your personal belief system, your personal, you know, your personal goals.
No, I know. As a leader, I go through it all the time.
Yeah, you have to. You representing the whole. So I might say, you know, when we was at the first situation, just hypothetically, I might say, damn, I know we wrong for doing this, or you wrong for saying that. But tough, I'ma roll with you because you my man. Or I'ma roll with you because you my man. You know what I'm saying? And we as a group, this is a group decision. So this is what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I can't come out around the corner and say, man, I think the dude was wrong for even saying that. You know what I'm saying? So this is like, I'm a team guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna roll with the team, and if we gonna take the stand, then that's what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So
it seems like he's like the quarterback. Like the quarterback get all the blame and he get all the glory.
That's
why I said it comes with the territory.
I know how that feel all the time. All
Yeah,
the time.
it comes with the territory. Anybody that's ever led, that's another problem with a lot of them guys. They never really had to lead. You know what I'm saying? Anything in their life. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think I'm a natural leader. So I'm used to kind of dealing with the good parts and the bad parts. You gotta take the bitter with the sweet. So.
All right, just like church. Read.
Revelations.
These 2 incidents will give you an idea of what we went through as a band. After completing the group's album, Scooby told us that we had to buy our own copy of it.
Let's go right there.
Is that true?
Well,
That's fucked up.
No, it would be fucked up if you looked at it the way they read it. You know, where they wrote it.
How
You know what I'm
else can
saying?
you read that?
Well, I'm gonna explain to you. The way it came across was, like we got no promo copies. You know what I'm saying, from the distribution company. We got none as a record label.
Okay.
We got none to even help promote to you know, service radio and pressing. You know what I'm talking about. We got any. We had none. So all the things that we had to service radio with, we had to go out and buy. You know what I'm saying? So my thing to them was either I can go buy y'all 10 copies, which would take away from the promotional budget because we didn't have it for real. You know what I'm saying? All the promotional money came out of me and Rashid's pocket. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying do 2 things. It does 2 things. You going to buy it supports you because everybody in the band was a part of making the album as far as being a writer, you know, which I included when I didn't have to sometimes because, you know, a lot of this stuff I either wrote or produced. So, you know, I was saying that go buy it, take the time out, support yourself. You know what I'm saying? We came to practice with flyers in the back of dudes' trucks and cars and all that. So I was like, go support yourself. It's only $10. Go support yourself, and you know what I'm saying. That's 10 more copies that's being sold in the stores. You know what I'm saying? But I told him I can buy you a copy. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta buy mine, so go buy yours. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't think it's messed up. You know what I'm saying? I could have said, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and buy your copy, but it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, it's $10, man. It's supporting you. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I'm sorry I didn't buy you $10 worth of CDs.
So next time when you put that in the contract, okay, you'll get paid this amount for your recording and a CD. Maybe. I mean, that kind of stuff
I mean,
make
you have to because
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Make you
sitting
have to
here
do
like,
that. Like, yeah.
I wish I would. It's some. Well, okay. Let me not be.
Well, it's no. I understand what you're saying. I definitely understand what they're saying on that specific subject.
Okay.
Like, you know, I made the thing. I gotta buy my
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
But what I was saying was, I'm buying the ones I'm giving you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I guess that's what they asking you to do.
But you know what? He makes a point, and national artists do this. When I take them around, they go in the stores and buy copies. They just don't buy one for themselves. They buy 10.
Buy for their friends.
And they roll out and give it to a kid who can't afford it.
I wish I could count.
It's the sound scan that you support
that
yourself.
you're trying to get. The sound scan is the most important.
And that's what the next, before you even said something, I guess we fought that to, plug or whatever. Just people not understanding the business of music, the business part of it, or of how that works.
But I guess that's what I was getting at, just reading the letter in general. The explanations that Scooby is giving are valid. So it's like, okay, these are musicians who have been in the game, I'm assuming.
But that don't mean they know it. I mean, come on, that don't mean they know them things unless they've been in those situations before.
The biggest thing is, the biggest misperception, I should say, is that when you have a show, right, and they see heads in the building, they see people in the building, and not realizing that all the ladies were free. They don't care nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? They'll get together and say, man, I know we're getting at least 170 tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and I come to them at the end of the night with $100 a piece. They automatically got an attitude. You know what I'm saying? And they won't say, a few of them might say that it's all we getting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they won't say it like, "School, we need to talk. What's the business or what's the breakdown of why you paid us $100?" You know what I'm saying? They'll get together amongst themselves and be like, man, them dudes must be taking money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, I mean, they that's how things get started. And I'm not saying this specifically happened with our situation, but I know, being in bands in the past, that it's a common problem amongst a lot of bands that you see heads in the building and you think that automatically means an extra $50 in your pocket. When it don't work like that, you know what I'm saying? Promoters get into it to make money.
Right.
And the security guard, you know, he's not looking for more money based on 1,000 more people in the building.
Exactly.
You know, he gets his contracted 300 or whatever it is they get. You know what I'm saying? We're hired work too. Like as a band, whatever our going rate is, it's like the real estate market. You know, your going rate, if our going rate is $2,500, then that's what we get. It's not the promoter's fault that we got 13 people in the band, one. It's not, you know, the promoter's fault that he's a great promoter and he got 10,000 people in the club.
Right.
You know, he does it to make money. And if he makes $15,000 himself and, you know, he gives us our contracted 25, we can't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can't expect him to say, he'll go extra 500 because I did well. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to say the bank, well, I could say that most of us not going to agree with taking off an extra 500 if he takes a loss. You know what I'm saying? So, which we've done a lot of times, but, you know, the consensus amongst at least my situation, or at least with a lot of situations, is that if the promoter takes a loss, that don't have nothing to do with us. Well, it shouldn't have nothing to do with us when they win either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So somebody being on both sides of the fence of that, I kind of understand. You know what I mean? But like you said, it's all about really knowing the business side of it all. But you can go ahead.
Okay. We were also promised $1,000 after its completion, in which we never received. It's being the album.
Yeah.
The second incident was Jay's Sports Cafe in Laurel. Our normal pay was $180 per man. Scooby decided one night to make up an excuse to dock all of us $20 so that he could pocket more money for himself.
$20.
What the hell type of shit is that? Did you do that?
$20.
You did that?
Why you do that shit, man?
Because he had to go pay for the site.
That's fucked up, man. You know
You docked him for not knowing the Eastern Fight song, man?
Nah, I needed some new Timberlands. That's what it was, man.
And so he had to put that money up for that.
Yeah, I had to put the money up for the band member abortion.
Yeah.
But nah, let me say that you know, the Jay situation, it was you know, it was one of our hottest shows or whatever. And you know, if they can tell me that they were on time that show, then I'll be happy to give them that $20 back per man. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is the thing we were struggling with at the time, and I kind of remember, is that, you know, everybody, it was always late every Saturday. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I was there. First of all, let me say this. I had to be there at 9 o'clock because I carried all the equipment. You know what I'm saying? And people always be like, "Scoop, what you doing carrying equipment?" I don't care about carrying equipment.
You're the roadie?
Yeah, I'm the roadie.
You should have been getting paid more.
No, I wasn't even tripping off. I got a little extra $40, to be honest with you, for carrying all the equipment.
Okay.
But I had to be there extra early, set up the equipment. And, you know, everybody's walking in. The first band, Ben, stopped playing. The stage is empty. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's walking in and dragging their keyboard or dragging their whatever. And, you know, I'm like, man, y'all can't be here on time. Like, I tell them 11:30. Everybody gets there at 12. If I tell them, you know, 11 o'clock, everybody gets there at 11:30. It's like they got their own preset time that if Scooby tell us this, it don't go together.
You can see me turning pink right now as a consumer. I hate it.
So
I hate that.
So as a band leader, asking another band leader, and a guy I'm pretty cool with, despite, you know, everything, is Buck from Publicity. You know what I'm saying? We used to practice at the same spot. And I used to ask him, you know, damn, how you get your band members there on time? Because his band members used to come early for practice.
Okay.
And I never really understood how he did it. So Buck tells me, man, I docked them niggas, man. You know, I dock them for being late at practice. I dock them for being late at the shows. So I takes that advice, Buck's advice, and dock them. You know what I'm saying? And this particular show, I believe, and let me say also, I never really docked them. You know what I'm saying? Never. Okay. Because I felt like the money we were getting paid really wasn't enough to be docking somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, because in most cases, despite what everybody think, we get, you know, on the average, I say about between $80 and $100 a man. We have a big band.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So, you know, I've never really docked them. And the one time I do dock them, they looked at it like, oh, man, what are you doing with that money? You know what I'm saying?
So, again, it sounds like a communication error because they didn't know why you docked them.
Well,
they're saying it like you just said, oh, no, dog, I need that.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like in the letter. But they won't tell you that I said, yeah, you're late today, and I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is the conversation we have after, we finish playing. I mean, it wasn't like this show. It's almost every show. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's late. We start late.
Right.
Promoters tell us to start at a certain time. We never really started on time.
Yeah.
I could probably count on my hands, on two hands, how many times we started on time in our 2 years existence.
And that's bad for business.
You know what I'm saying? So, like $20, man. Come on. I'll give it to you right now. No homo. I would give you $20 if you need it.
Scooby, I'm really trying to be serious.
Oh, and the $1,000 went back up. $1,000 thing that was promised to them after the CD. But we kind of ran out of money even promoting the CD.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We thought we were going to get an advancement from this investor to be able to pay each band member $1,000 for even working on the project.
Okay.
And kind of like a bonus for, you know what I'm saying, as helping us. But we never got that money, and I don't have $10,000 to give to the band. You know what I'm saying? That's $10,000. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like the money generated by the product is what we use to support the product. And if we not making $10,000, not even $10,000 a month, you know what I'm saying, like we used to, $10,000 every week, then we can't be able to pay out $10,000 just for you to go get, new rims or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to you. Okay, being devil's advocate, they're the hired musicians.
True.
You hired them
Yes.
to play on your CD. So,
Well, truth be told, all of them didn't even play on the CD. I made it use maybe 4 or 5 of them. But I told all of them I would,
so they get paid as
it was
a
more
unit.
like, and when they got promised that, it was more like a bonus thing, as an appreciation. You know what I'm saying? And if and when that album does well, because I'm still promoting it, by the way, the group, the music, the story on iTunes.com.
Where can I get it? Is that it? Just on iTunes? Shut me down.
It's been pulled from Best Buy because it's been out so long. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's on iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon.com, stuff like that. But if and when the album does well,
So
I still give them money.
No, I'm trying because I'm not understanding. So even if they not on the joint, they get a $1,000 bonus.
Yeah, it was.
Can I have $1,000?
Yeah, if you
I mean,
blow the CD up
like that.
Yeah, you blow the CD up enough, I give you $1,000.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't on it, but they not on it either.
Yeah, I mean, it was more like I said, it was more like an appreciation type of thing, for grinding with us, and that was really. It's like when the album was finished, it was like a relief. That was like our ultimate goal. It was like when we left the first situation, this is what we did it for. You know what I'm saying? This is what we took a stand for, and what we got fired for. It was this product, and we were so happy that it was finished. It was like, man, we want to thank everybody that's been a part of it, part of the grind. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I would give them the $1,000 a piece once it does well. You know what I'm saying?
If they don't want it, then we'll.
Nah, I'm gonna make sure.
I mean, if any of them don't want it, they decide, man, fuck it. We not fucking with you no more.
Make us some the group shirts.
Huh?
He said if you blow it up.
Oh, you think I won't?
Yeah.
You might well blow that motherfucker up for real.
Let's get it popping, man. Let's get it popping. Need to sell some units, man.
So the letter goes on to say, well, there was an argument and Rashid told us that they don't need any of us. Rashid later apologized, explaining that he was twisted, but from our understanding, that is when the truth comes out. The band has never forgotten that statement, but now we see the light.
Well, I mean, that way you have to take up with Rashid, and him being, as a representative of us, I took full responsibility of that and apologized to them. You know what I'm saying? I won't say reprimanded Rashid, but we had to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff you just can't say to grown men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So whether he believed that or not, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he said we don't need. I think he said he don't need them. I'm not sure what he said. I wasn't around when he said it, but
right.
At any rate, it shouldn't have been said. You know what I'm saying? I apologize for him. I think he apologized to them, and even if he meant it, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that shouldn't be said. So they got a gripe with that.
They don't need any of us. Now, you're right. Some things shouldn't be said to grown men, but did you guys need them?
Did we need them?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we were supporting
I'm sure they wouldn't have called them and apologized if they didn't.
Yeah, we were supporting.
Come on.
I'm just asking.
Come on.
Or is what Nena trying to say is no man is above the band. maybe he just said it in a real straight. You
Yeah,
know,
I
I don't need you,
Were you
or
at their reunion?
you know, no one man is more important than what we trying to do here. So,
Well, I don't want to try to dissect this, the why he said it, but I would say that, you know, if a keyboard player came and told me, or a bass player, anybody in the band came and told me that they had took another gig, or they, you know, I guess, you know, went on the road with somebody, you know, somebody else would step up and fill in. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
in a sense of we don't need them, you know, I wouldn't say that, you know, we don't need them. We do need a band. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But personally, if you got something you got to do, you know, we've done it plenty of times. Everybody has feelings and people that you can step up. You know, it's just more convenient if you have people that know your music. You know, you build a chemistry with. So that's, you know, in the sense of that, yeah, we do need the chemistry that the band developed. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's all like, again, I think the communication, when you talk, you know, I can say one thing in this room right now, and all four of y'all may take it 4 different ways. You know what I'm saying? So if
Cause they do that. Them two always do that. They take
Yeah.
shit
You
wrong
know what,
all the
Kato? I've
time.
been quiet the whole time. I'm not.
You couldn't take it no
I'm
more.
not doing it. I'm not gonna sit here and tolerate it. See, you know what?
Nah, I'm just. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I think that's, you know, that's a problem with a lot of that letter. You know, people had a different understanding of what it is. Either I was saying or trying to convey, or they was misconstruing a lot of things. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of kiddie stuff for real.
How can you avoid that? If I have a problem with Scooby today, what do you advise I do?
I want you to come talk to me, because I think I've always put out the aura that I won't take anything personal. Like, this is music, it's business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I look at it like the NFL. You got to tell a player we can't use you anymore. He's gone. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to call me tomorrow. We can have breakfast. But I think a lot of times, because of the grinding that we do in this business, the blood, sweat, and tears that all the musicians put in.
That it is personal.
But that's what I'm saying.
It gets
With that
personal.
being the case, how can you not? Because I take that. I take stuff personal.
Yeah. I mean,
He still be whining about Benny.
We know.
Don't put him out
Boy,
there. Like
if I wrote a letter, nah. But I'm saying, with all that, how can you? Because you know it. Yeah. She called me Mr. Sensitive or whatever. Because I take it all personal.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, like I said, a lot of the stuff that I can see how, you know, you can feel a certain way about a lot of things. But whatever the problem is, you know, even if you felt like I stole money from you, and that's very personal, you know what I'm saying? Anybody
Right.
stealing anything,
Right.
like, just come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but a phone call or a sit down or what have you. You know what I'm saying? If you think I'm lying to you, then that's another issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, all I expect in any type of business setting, that, you know, we should at least have a sit down and talk about it as men. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Can we
Finish the
before
letter.
we run out of
Let me read real fast.
I want to get to the bus story.
oh yeah, please.
The
Let
bus.
me finish the letter.
Okay, go ahead. But I want that tour bus story.
Okay, hold it.
Because I heard it was some bitches on that.
I heard the same thing. That's why they don't ever let me go to stuff. Well,
go ahead,
I'm gonna
go
call
ahead.
you back. You don't never call me back.
You
That'd
should
be
have called me,
why.
man. You should have called me. I'd have made sure you was on the bus.
I hope somebody here knows CPR. Don't play with me. Okay, should I just go through?
Yeah,
It's a
keep
long
going through.
letter.
Go on.
Bored.
I was just remind you, when you get to it, we're gonna play the dun dun.
They talk about the tour bus on this letter.
Wasn't it? Or was it
Oh,
another
okay,
email?
let me get some tour bus.
There was so much written about that letter. I don't know if it was the letter or the actual conversation on the board.
I don't know.
But Too Sweet was pissed. We just say, Too Sweet was pissed. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
Shout out to Too Sweet. For weeks now, we are sure that everyone has heard the rumor about Familiar Faces breaking up. Well, we would like to inform you that this is true. One of our members received a call from Scooby concerning a new band involving D. Floyd, Scooby, Tuffy O, and Yanni. When asked what will happen to the backline of the group, Scooby replied, "I don't know." That's where I stopped when I was highlighting, and I said this is enough, because the
Well, this is where we
backline,
started at.
the backline of the group, that's where I get confused between them getting money, not getting money, getting money regardless of what a show does, the backline of the group or hired musicians. I'm confused. I'm not a musician.
Same thing.
I think that you know, it's all about what you like, how much professionalism you have as a band or as a musician, as a person, musician. You know what I'm saying? Like even if we made a business decision, and you know, me, Tough O, and I always have conversations about personnel. Like this is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? If a keyboard player is not holding his weight, you know, Tough and O, you know, or one of us might suggest that, you know, well, we need to get somebody else or this.
Right.
So it was like, you know, it was always done since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We'll bring this person in or we'll bring that person in. You know, the reason why we got 3 keyboard players now is because one of the keyboard players was, you know, frequently missing shows, and we got another one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, he came back and said he rededicated himself to the group.
Okay.
And, you know, me being me, just never cut the third guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Regardless of what O and Tough really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, but he stepped in our time of need. You know what I'm saying? So keep him. So keep him. You know what I'm saying? All of them can attest to that. You know, all of them wanted him fired. The whole band. You know what I'm saying? I kept him around because I felt like, you know, I at least owed him that time and get his stuff together. But he never did, so I should have cut him. But go ahead.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
So after you were asked what would happen to the back line of the group, you said, I don't know. Then he tried to persuade a few members with money and a promise of shows, but we are not sellouts and are very dedicated to each other and not the group. The member let me
stop there, because when I read that, what did he mean? What was he insinuating by persuading with money?
Yeah, I think he might have been talking about. First of all, I only talked to one band member about the even possibility of, you know, doing the super group, as we should call it now, I guess. But you know, I was discussing with him the pros and cons, just the same as I did with Tough and O, about, you know, even doing it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not totally assume that I was trying to convince him to do it. You know, that's the big misconception I think he even had. You know, that I was trying to convince him to do it. I'm thinking, what you think? I'm asking him, what would you think, you know, you would do if this were presented to you? You know what I'm saying? So, we going through the pros and cons, you know, just kicking it about it. And not even really, like I'm saying, you know, oh boy, I can make sure you get $200 a show, 4 nights a week, and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? I never even came off like that. It was more like, well, you know, if we did do it, you know, we can go from such and such to such and such in a matter of a week or so. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to persuade anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, the show don't stop with you. You know, if somebody was going to do a super band, they was going to do it with or without you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was kind of the thinking on that part. Like, I persuaded. I don't need to persuade you with money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, somebody called me and asked me to be in a super group. You ain't gotta make no promises to me.
Who called you?
I'm just saying.
Who called you?
I can play a cowboy.
Michelle from Pleasure.
Y'all petty. Y'all petty. The member let everyone know the deal immediately so that no one would be caught off guard. After talking to Tuffy and O about the situation, we had learned that Scooby had planned to use us until the Go-Go Boys and then fire us afterwards.
See, we covered all this in the beginning.
Yeah, but I mean,
so what's she trying to say?
No, I'm just saying.
The whole fire in the band. I think that's where a whole fire in the band after the Go-Go Boys came in.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, it's like misperception or misconstruing what somebody say.
Okay.
Like, in going over the pros and cons with my friends, Tough and O, you know, well, I'm saying not with Tough and O. When Donnell first explained the scenario to me at dinner, you know, he was saying, I had questions. I was like, well,
who paid for the dinner?
Oh, Donnell.
Okay.
So I'm glad, because I would have felt like I paid for all this.
Yeah.
I paid to be fired from my own band again, but nah. You know, when he first explained the scenario, I had questions. I was like, well, when would you start, or when would you try to put this together? And, you know, his answer was, well, because of the nature of the situation, I would want to wait, you know, until after the Go-Go Awards. You know what I'm saying? So, in explaining, you know, again, just transferring information and explaining to Tough O and I think the one person in the band that I explained it to, you know, I'm telling him, well, if he was trying to pull this situation off, he would try to start practicing after the Go-Go Awards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, once it was a dead issue, it was a dead issue. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of stuff got misconstrued and miscommunicated, man. And it was a big it was a big mess, even for real, for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So.
Kato, you've talked to Donnell. Was Familiar Faces broken up?
Nah.
Okay.
Familiar Faces isn't broken up. That's a whole nother story. He probably had to get Donnell in to talk about that, because even with that wouldn't hit. I kept running in and out in the beginning when we first started talking. But I think at the same time, we do know that members of Familiar Faces have been doing shows under the name of Faces You Know. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was a rumor.
Yeah, they actually did.
I've seen them perform before.
Yeah.
Is that Halima and a band? Which happens to be Familiar Faces?
It just happen to be members.
Yeah.
Just a couple of few members. So, but with that, I think with that, you kind of gotta want, look how it is out here. How it looks.
Yeah.
So you kind of saying, if I'm not gonna have I'm just thinking, I can't speak for Donnell,
right?
But at the same time, I can say, okay, if it's gonna be a thing where it turn out that I'm not gonna have a band, now I gotta start putting a plan together, because I still like doing what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I still enjoy it. I still enjoy the money I'm making. I can still make some dollars off of it.
Okay.
So I just look at it as Donnell, because I said it, because Donnell called me that night.
Right.
The same night.
Right, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And apparently he got the word, and he said, Kato, can you put this up there? And, I felt like a secretary taking dictation. Yeah, and you want me to say what?
Doing minutes.
Because he basically said that notion was dismissed. Why are they
right,
upset?
that's what it is.
Duh.
Yeah, and his whole thing was, thank you. His whole thing was that the way he said it and all, you could say it was just coming up. It wasn't like no well thought nothing, and it was just that quick and that short and to the point. I feel sorry
Donnell
for Scooby.
style.
I feel sorry for Scooby, as I feel sorry for the band. You know what I'm saying? All of it is kind of crazy, but he did make a comment. Then he said, we did sit down and what was the word he used? Explore.
Mm-hmm.
Explore the thought of it, whatever. He said, but the minute Scooby realized, I forget whatever the words he said. Scooby had reservations when he realized, the other guys had reservations. It was a done deal.
Mm-hmm.
He said, but so in the long run, he said Scooby's a stand-up guy. In the end, he stood up for guys who in the end didn't stand up for him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's and that was it. And he just said peace. Peace.
Okay.
Donnell style, whatever.
Let me finish this joint. Let me finish.
All right.
Okay. Tuffy and O did not support this idea of firing the band after the Go-Go Awards. Scooby also failed to mention to his best friends of 15 years that he was working on his solo album. Scooby still hasn't mentioned to Tuffy and O that he is carrying them in the end as well. We have been hearing rumors all week that Scooby and D. Floyd's band is in the works and that it is final. So, the answer to the question, why didn't they show up? If we are not good enough for you to tell us the truth as men, then we are not good enough to perform with you at the Go-Go Awards. Things would be different if you would have simply told us the truth instead of trying to lowball the backline and especially your own friends of 15 years. Everyone was wrong about Tuffy and O, but they were right about Scooby. We wanted everyone to know the truth about our reason.
What did that mean? Oh, what did that mean?
I didn't write the letter.
Okay. You're right.
We wanted everyone to know the truth about our reason on why we chose not to show and why we are at peace with our decision and ourselves. If anyone wants to judge us, then simply do it to our face.
Damn, they want to fight motherfuckers.
And then it goes,
Say it in my face.
Email this to everyone that loves Go-Go, because if this is what Go-Go was all about, then Go-Go will be stuck within the walls of this city forever, and we don't want to be a part of it. Real quick, Kato, what is the traffic on TMOTTGoGo Bulletin Board looking like these days?
It's put it this way, when that joint was put up on a Sunday, the TMOTT message board, the average run on TMOTT message board when it's real high percentage-wise is between the times of 9 and 5. Mm-hmm. So, majority of people at work. Monday through Friday.
Right.
Weekends real low. Sunday evening is like 5 people.
Right.
Sometimes you go up to even the max maybe 12. When that show was up there was like 200 something people up on that show.
So
that night on
And
a
this-
Sunday night when people don't even hit the jump.
this letter specifically says, email this to everyone
And
that
I didn't
lives
even email.
Go-Go.
Yeah.
So, no, not saying it that
Uh-huh.
way, but they wanted to do damage.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's
they
why I
tried
called.
to crucify Scooby.
This is why I say I called. I said, Shorty, these jokers want me to blast it. See, I didn't even think of putting it on the board. I thought they wanted me to blast
Were they
it.
going to pay for advertisement?
Nah, it's not an advertisement.
I
though.
was being
it's
smart.
like a press release. But
Not smart, but
no, I know what you're saying. No, I know what you're saying because I thought, wait a minute. They had to think of the rules. but no, you're right about that. You're
email
right.
this to everyone you know. That's deep.
So that also tells me that it didn't just come to me.
Mm-hmm.
And because it addresses to Kato, TMOTTGoGo, and WKOS, so he probably sent it to Steve Haywood and Toby Davis and all of them.
Quick question for you.
Uh,
It seems like, all right, at one point, they want to be considered a hired gun, right? Hired musicians.
most times when it comes
A
to money.
contractor when it
Right.
comes time to pay. So as a contractor, you got contract start dates and you got contract end dates. So it's up to you whenever you want to end the contract. So
That's another thing.
then they catch feelings and now they want to be considered part of the band. So yeah,
I think
That's what you meant by that.
so that's the confusing part.
Yeah, okay.
I think we're dealing with a lot of like personal, sensitive issues. You know what I mean? Like it sounds on one end that, like you said, they want to be contractors. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they also want to feel like they're a part of something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool that you want to feel part of the family and everything. But for me, you know, like for this situation, you knew what it was when you came in. You know what I
Right.
mean? You knew what type of style that we were trying to manage here. And so for it to go down like that, it just makes me realize that, you know, they were real sensitive about even the possibility of them being left out of something. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it mostly has to do with. Like they really, you know, really seen that it's a possibility that he was even thinking about, or they were even thinking about, or whatever, even doing without me. You know what I'm saying? But my thing was, where's the conglomerate? Where's the togetherness? Where's the unity when half your band is late every night? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all a group
So
then?
is it a breakdown of communication? Because that can happen when you got bad communication.
I think that's
going
what
on.
it all is.
Because I
But
think
also-
a lot of
but
times
also
things
part of-
happen when we assume something,
But also
and it's
part
not
of,
really
but
the
also
case.
part of communication is comprehension. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you constantly saying you hired, then don't catch feelings when I treat you like you hired.
Exactly.
But I
Not
think
to say
that's-
that you did all this, but if you
Right.
said, okay, come Sunday, I'm firing all y'all because I plan on doing something else,
yeah.
you was a hired gun. So
Exactly.
at some point, you
I
hired at
know,
will.
No,
Like
you're
they-
right. The sad problem is, and he kind of said it before, but regarding another situation, that because you're playing so much, you still feel. Remember, she said they worded the group back line. You know, they're not wording it, so that's in their head. You're the set.
Oh,
You're
okay.
set. You feel, even though you still hire musicians, you're those set hire musicians. That's how you feel.
In
Yeah.
certain instances,
Especially when the more you
Yeah.
playing, the more, telling the girl, if you tell the girl, you know what I'm saying, you told her that.
or if
You
you,
may-
call her your girl in front of everybody else, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, she that but some. But
Well,
Yeah, but-
that's
That's a
deceitful.
little,
Though.
yeah.
That's deceitful.
See, I don't think they wasn't deceitful at it.
Being upfront with it.
yeah.
I'm dating other people.
Oh yeah, exactly. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But in this case,
but then all of a
they're not
sudden she
dating
see
other
you
people.
somewhere with somebody else. Like, nah, I told you I was dating
Exactly.
other people.
Yeah. But I
But
mean,
at the same
But
time,
ain't
you
like
made
it
me
to
feel
me.
good, though.
We gotta understand it, though, right?
but at the same time though, I feel like I do feel like that it's cool for them to feel like it's cool for me for them to feel like they cool, like they in a family. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we get better production that way.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I think Donnell said he feels sorry for everybody.
Uh-huh.
Because it's just really kind of crazy, misunderstand. And that happens a lot here. That happens a lot when you think, you already thinking something. You hearing
All you
stuff.
need is confirmation.
Yeah.
And you use anything.
Any little thing can be the
You
confirmation.
use anything for confirmation, and that's exactly what
And
happened in this
that's
situation.
kind of the sad thing about it.
when
you
it
know?
comes to my money, I suck it up and I go on there and I get confirmation.
But you're dealing with artists.
Yeah.
So it's more
And
than just
what?
about the money.
Okay,
Well, I think
that too.
if you were professional about it, you know what I mean. Like we could have got past this. I think if they were professional and said, this is what we're hearing. What is the deal? Do we have an end date? Like you said, do we have one? If you feel like I'm, deceiving you or whatever, and you feel like you're at the end of your rope, you know what I'm saying? Find out if you do have an end date and if this is what your intentions are. But, like what
we learn.
With me, well, with the group, we had shows that were already booked. You know what I'm saying? I was still taking shows up until...
I know it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all supposed to play last night?
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
Supposed to play Thanksgiving. I've taken Super Bowl parties in February. You know what I'm saying? I've taken...
You still can do that, man. You can bring acoustic up in somebody's living room.
Yeah, take that joint, man. We can sit in. We all know Sunshine.
But listen, another thing was...
Man, it's time for you to do the Raheem Devine D'Angelo type thing anyway.
Yeah, December 15th, we had a Christmas party. You know what I'm saying? Christmas Eve. Like, this and then when I said this to the
Christmas
guy...
with Scooby.
When I said this to the guy that was in the band...
She's going to be there.
I asked him, I said, well, what do y'all think about... Like, how am I firing y'all? And I got shows. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, we don't know that. You could just be saying that. I said, you see flyers. Epic Concepts had the Hershey bar flyer everywhere.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But, again, I felt like, for real, when I was reading the letter, I was back in high school. You know what I'm saying? That we were dealing with a lot of he say, she say stuff. And it was, just basically a lot of, innuendo. And like you said, comprehension.
It doesn't sit right with me, though. We're talking about, I don't want to sit here and look all remedial, counting each person listed here as a musician. But you're talking about this, I'm sorry. You're talking about 10 guys here, and all 10 of them decided, F Scooby, I'm not going to show up. Certainly, men are not that brainless and can't think for themselves.
Yeah. All it takes is one, and then all it takes is one to start it. Yep. And then all it takes is another guy from the other side to confirm it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and toughen all my friends. I still consider them friends.
Right.
Yeah. I still consider them. I still have love for them. I still love them as friends. So, I don't want to talk, bad about them. But all it takes is one of my, like they consider my side to say, yeah, this is what he doing. You know what I'm saying?
Confirmation.
Yeah, and it confirms everything. But they might have a misunderstanding of everything. You know what I'm saying? Or the way they comprehend it. And, as far as the solo thing, when I ran it by both of them, both Tuffy and O seemed supportive, you know what I mean, of me doing a solo project. And me going solo and me having a solo project is two different things, I thought.
One going to lead to the other.
Well, hopefully, I think...
Not necessarily.
I don't...
Yeah, man. If the solo project is successful...
But if I'm... The way I look at it...
At least for a while.
If I'm successful, we successful.
That's what they need to know. I know that. I believe that.
And I think I've proven. I think I've proven that. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the character witnesses for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, man. The way.
Hey, I saw Spinderella complaining the other night on Salt and Pepper the other night.
Mm-hmm. How they didn't bring her back?
She thought how she. It was interesting because she felt that. Remember when she got into it with Pepper? Yeah. She felt they didn't appreciate her. And she felt she earned it over the years, She said, so was I the in Salt and Pepper? You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people really take themselves too serious, honestly. Like, not even saying that Spin taking herself too seriously, but like I look at it, like I said, life is like this is just a microcosm of the the macrocosm. You know what I'm saying? Like this is so small compared to what. Micro to macro.
So I can go to dictionary.com.
But it's like, we are so small compared to what life really is.
Right.
So, like, it's not that serious, man. Like, even through that letter.
Right.
Like, all the band members, you can call me, we can talk, we can chop it up like old times. Tough old, y'all can call me. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that serious.
And when you look at it, ain't this awesome, though? Think about it. For real. Because you could be at home in your drawers on the internet looking at porn. I'm just saying. Yeah. In other words, you could be lonely like a mother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what she say?
She said, "Are you telling on yourself?"
Only when I'm on the picture of you.
Oh, wow.
All right. But anyway, nah. But I was just saying that to just joking around and say. In the long run, this is awesome because nobody could be paying no attention to you at all.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? This is a big deal. That's why I say. I know you said it ain't a big deal, but in all, man, you saw how many hits we said came through that night. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nene.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And it's definitely in the history.
Unfortunately.
It's not unfortunate because behind this, here's the
I'm
whole
sure
thing.
it's a silver
Positive
lining.
can always come out of it. First, we learn.
Right.
They may learn, okay, next time we get in a position. The bottom line is to learn to be exact in communication.
Yeah, it's not
when
a
it
waste of
comes to
experience.
this.
You know, you get knowledge out of it. So
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. It's a silver lining in it and everything.
sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
sure. I'm sure it's a silver lining in it somewhere. I have yet to find it, but I'm sure it's there.
I have one last question, but you wanted to get on the tour bus. Do we have time to talk about that?
Yeah, I can.
real quick?
Yeah, because I want to know about
I
the tour
heard you
bus.
sent them down the road in a 64 Volvo
Yeah.
when y'all got in the
Yeah, I
Escalade
got
tour
it.
bus.
I heard that tour bus, man, when you open the joint up,
Yeah.
the joint had the motherfucking flat screen joint up in there.
It had about 3 flat screens on it. Had 6 bunks,
Yep.
6 beds.
Couple of Redskin cheerleaders came rode out there with y'all.
But the thing is about that trip, you know, we take that trip every year. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Even when we was with the last situation. We go down Myrtle Beach and Miami. We make it a trip, a week trip. We take a tour bus. So this is not the first time. You know, this is the first time actually that we've played down there. So that's
So y'all were going anyway.
We were going anyway, man. You know, it's a lot of stuff. Really, like I say, man, it's amazing that people can put stuff certain ways. Like, they know we go every year. You know what I'm saying? But this is the only time that somebody's booked us for Myrtle Beach on that weekend.
Okay.
So they paid, you know, our budget was, you know, again, it's another show we didn't get paid. Our budget was probably like $2,500 or whatever. We had to get 2 vans out of that to carry the band and equipment. And we also had to get, you know, hotel rooms.
Right.
So, you know, out of that $2,500, they got to get paid. The vans got to get paid for. So basically, if it wasn't for the tour bus, we'd have been even tighter than we were. You know what I'm saying? But we weren't coming right back. They were going to Myrtle Beach.
That's what I was about to ask. That was the thing where y'all weren't coming right.
We were going to
y'all
Miami
was going on vacation.
We going to Miami.
And on the vacation, you just happened to play.
Exactly.
So.
And we take this trip every year. You know, it was a trip that Third Eye kind of coordinates and takes their artists, which was Gloria Velez, Snoop from The Wire, Trey Chaney from The Wire, and us.
Okay.
So we all get on the tour bus. We go through
Gloria
Myrtle
Velez
Beach.
was on the wire?
Yeah.
On the bus?
Yeah.
Who she ride with?
Well, she got her own bunk. She got her own bunk.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
nah.
It's 6 bunks. We pretty
All
much
right.
take up all the bunks.
All right.
But you know, so we go to Myrtle Beach. We ride up and down the street. You know, passing out flyers, promoting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we played that night in Myrtle Beach. The bands played. They got back in the truck and we went to the hotel. Whatever. I don't know if we had a hotel. They stayed or they went straight home. They probably were mad, so they went straight home. So, you know, they got in the vans and came home.
But can't you understand them, man?
I definitely
I've been
understand.
at the window like this.
I definitely understand. And we got girls on the bus and all that. Nah, I definitely understand, man. I definitely understand.
And then with that, your imagination just run.
Yeah.
So they saw all kinds of people on
They
that
saw all
bus.
kind of
They
action.
saw circuit clowns and that.
Yeah, especially when you dating one of the girls that's on the bus.
Right.
Yeah. Let's talk
Oh,
about
that'll
that.
do it.
That's over the hump right there.
Is that a wrap?
That's over the hump. But I mean, and another thing was like the girls that were on the bus with us, they actually paid. You know what I'm saying? They paid $300 to get on the bus for the week, and they get in all the clubs for free. You know what I'm saying? So we made it a trip out of it, and we maybe had 4 or 5 girls.
You get that flyer?
He told me to give it to you.
Oh, that's what happened to that
And I
flyer.
kept that mug.
Yeah. But you know, out of them 4 or 5 girls, they help supplement the price of the bus, and
Right.
we make it a trip every year. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you won't hear. You'll just hear that we had a show in Myrtle Beach. They put the group on the bus, and they was in some vans. You know what I'm saying? Some 15 passengers in.
Well, like I said, they always say it's 2 sides, it's 3 sides to every story.
Well, I will say this, that I'm not doing another interview about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
It's
you,
an
especially knowing you got your own talk show,
Yeah.
your radio show that I'm sure you're going to be talking
Don't
about.
be talking about nothing over there. That's the last question I got. That's the
Hey,
last
you know,
question I got.
we challenge y'all in
That
the game of
is my
kickball.
question.
Oh,
and
yeah?
Bobby, my good friend Bobby,
Yeah.
who got so much to say about everything else all the time, what did she say?
I think
Nothing.
All she
mentioned
said
it.
was ha.
That's all she
Oh,
said.
yeah, well,
We
well,
challenge y'all in the game
It's
of kickball.
cold now.
man.
It's
Yeah.
cold now. But I'm
When it
saying,
get warm.
yeah.
Nice little game of
When
kickball.
the spring break, we're gonna do that.
Okay.
For
You
real.
heard it here.
Yep.
You
You
heard
know,
it here.
all I do is win. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
Bobby, get
And
your
we
drop
don't
stop.
lose though.
Oh, okay. We gonna have a problem then.
Bobby, get your little Santa Claus
Appreciate
drop
it,
stop.
man. For
Yeah,
real.
I appreciate y'all for having
Straight
me. I do want to send a special shout out to everybody in the go-go community, man. That, again, that's called me and wish me support. You know what I'm saying, and everybody. But you know, I'm doing my thing. I'm chilling right now. I appreciate the calls, but you know,
That's good.
things is
'Cause
what it
when
is.
they was
man.
on my shit, remember when everybody thought I was a top cat? Wasn't no motherfucking body calling me.
So yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. But
Nah, that's cool. Appreciate it though.
yes,
All
sir.
right, out.
What's up, man? This song right here I want to do is kind of funny because when I wrote it, it was like I think I might have been drunk or you know I was just hallucinating real bad because I thought I was writing it actually about my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? But then you know old Tap me was like, yo, you ain't got a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Then I realized that the love I was talking about, I was speaking to my guitar. So listen to this right here. We are so in tune, together our harmony's right, babe. Can't wait to see you soon, whenever you're out of my sight, lady. Oh yeah. And I can't stand the sight of you in the arms of another man. It doesn't feel the same. I take your hand and ask if you would join my wedding band, and we can share the name. Listen, whoa, whoa, baby, the moment I touched you, I knew that I loved you, baby. My life complete. From the way you scream, baby. Scream at me. Caress your name. My life complete. I want to see if y'all know what I'm talking about right here. You would leave me notes to help you express how you felt, baby. How you care for me. Care for me, baby. Always at my shows, I let you on stage right beside me. Yes, I did, baby. The way you amplify, signify, blew my mind, baby. I knew that you wanted me, and I knew from the dawn when we met on the floor. Together we would be. You're the only one I want for me. From the moment I touched you, knew that I loved you. You make my life complete. Whoa, whoa, from the way you scream at me, when I caress your neck, you make my life complete.
Look, you got me thinking that you seeking to lose me. I know that you be sitting there with us, but you cheating. Scooby, minus the fact that you creeping between the sheets, tripping. I ain't seen you in weeks, freak, been missing. Now what you mean you speak sweet and men listen? But running schemes to meet peeps and blend with them. He pulling on your strings till they dull when they can't cut. What, you can't talk now, why? Cause you ain't napped up? That ain't how you used to roll. I thought you was like India Aubrey and had acoustic son. Never mind trying to walk with you. I gotta kill you.
WEITGoGoRadio.com. Yes, indeed, you have been tuned into Kato and the TMOTT Morning Show. And once again, we want to thank Big Brother Scooby for coming on through here. But like we talked about in the past 2 hours, music is his business. Music is his soul. So whatever the situation may be regarding the group, regarding whatever going on with familiar faces, know that music is our soul, y'all. We go. So we're going to keep going. No matter what stipulations jump in there, we're going to do what we do. Good night, good morning, y'all. Going to turn it on over to the big brother, DJ Slick Rick, so he can rock your soul. We love you, baby. Yes, indeed. Love is the new crank, y'all. Yes, it is.
When I call you on the phone, you think you're all alone. What do you do when you're home doing nothing? We want you moving, we want you feeling moving, and you know you can't deny that you told
That's all, folks.